This is part of Nigeria's Federal Capital City, Abuja, that most people do not get to see. It is the 13.125 kilometer Apo-Karshi Road project that three successive administrations in the Federal Capital Territory have been unable to complete for close to 10 years. The 6.3 billion naira road project is supposed to connect the densely populated Apo area of Garki District, which leads into the city center, with Karshi satellite town of the territory in Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, that connects with major residential areas like Orozo, Kurudu, Jikwe, Karu, and Nyanya on the ever-busy Abuja-Kefi Expressway. The concept of the road project itself was to help decongest the perennial gridlock on the Nyanya corridor of the Abuja-Kefi Expressway. What many people may not know is that Karshi town, which is just only being developed with the provision of infrastructure and facilities, was one of the 7 new development areas created in the Federal Capital Territory Abuja in 1981 by the Second Republic administration. The other development areas were Abaji, Buari, Kuje, Kwali, Rubuchi, and Yaba. Out of these 7, only Karshi in Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC, Rubuchi in Kuje Area Council, and Yaba in Abaji Area Council did not eventually become area council headquarters. Between Apo in Garki District of the capital city and the Karshi satellite town lies Wasa District and several other communities where the FCT authorities have over the years been struggling to build acceptable resettlement housing schemes to relocate about 13 communities of the original inhabitants and indigenous people of the territory out of the city center. One can also see a number of mass housing projects that were abandoned due to the failure of the FCT authorities to complete the Apo-Karshi Road project in almost 10 years. We gather that hundreds, if not thousands, of land allottees in the areas to be serviced by the uncompleted road project have not even started any construction work on their property because there have been no road to the area.
Wallahi hanyar nan ya fito akwai cin gaba. Dun ba karbin kauye muke a nan da shi muna samun da suke gangara zuwa Karshi da kaya. Yanzu nan ba hali suna koma ta Kabusa ne. To na cin gaban mu. Ba cin gaba. Za ka bi hanyar nan har ka je Kuje. Da hanyar nan ya kyau da sun bi nan. To ba hanya mai kyau ina za su zo?
If they can finish this road, in fact, we have great an advantage because the people are living in the village here. They must bring their goods down to Karshi. Most of people that are working, most especially teachers that are working in this village or around this village here, we find it very easy. If a machine cannot come, you can even follow motor to your working place. Like where I'm teaching, already they know that if rain fall, I will not go to work. Any day rain fall, the chief of the village already we are signed on that. Any day that rain fall, no work. Because there's no one can go to work. If you try from house to reach this hill, from here to go up, at least 5 people can be on your back to pushing you. When you climb up, you come back again and can't let a machine go. How many hours are you going to spend before you cross the 5 machine? Yes, like from here, from this mango as you have seen, down to that old village in Karshi called Kupai has been allocated. They have sold all the papers. People are waiting now for them to finish this road and they start their building. But without this road, who will come and build here? But I believe by the time they finish this road, already, Unape here, the house NEPA, from Unape to Karshi is not up to 6 kilometers. They can bring the light down to Karshi, you see, and they are building dam here after this Kufai. When there is water, road, and light, this place will become a very busy place. People will build here. All these places will be very busy. See Wasa nearby here. Apo village, they have allocated them at opposite of Wasa. They will be at home. People will enjoy it. But in fact, I don't think this road will finish.
What do you want government to do now?
Government should change company of doing this road. That is the end of the story. Government should change company on this road.
This is Straight Talk. I am TV Itiav in Abuja, and we welcome our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to the program. And you can also join me in the conversation here on my online platforms on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn, with all the handles on the webpage of our partners, MediaDimensions.live, the Media Services Resource Center. We saw this strip of asphalt on barely 1 kilometer of the remaining 3.45 kilometers of the Apo-Karshi Road that have not been constructed since 2010. This is after close to 2 years since our last visit to the project site. We've revisited the Apo-Karshi Road, a project we've been following up for over 3 years. And anytime you get back on this project site, you always meet a whole lot of disappointment.
An dawo gurin aiki wajen sati biyu kenan da basu yaki yau ba, har yau basu yaki ba, mota na a can. Damuwa shine in an yi ruwa anyan nan ba biyo ba, anyan nan na sansi da yawa, sai ka ga mutane na ta wadi, wani kuma mashin ya danne shi. Saboda haka muna roke gwamnati su taimake mu su samu wano a gyara anyan nan zuwa Apo direct. An gyara ma gwamnati ma zai su ji dadi. Irin da ana yin nan gaskiya wallahi ba mu jin dadi ba, ko ranar da an yi ruwa ba bi cikin kalboti ba, yana bin gefe ne. Saboda haka ya kamata a samu babban gada ne a yi a nan, ba karamin gadan nan ba. Gadan nan kamar kalboti ne, in ruwa ya cika nan ba bi wajen ba, sai dai dinga bi gefe. Ko ina ana tura kasa kawai suna aiki. Gurin da kamar za a yi gada ba su yi gada ba, sai da tura kasa kawai sai su wuce wajen a je wani guri.
About this road, though this road, as I seen, I don't know, is it government fault or the contractor fault? Because this is more than 8 years, if I don't forget, when they start this road. And they normally work and cease. When they are working, 1 month, 2 months, they will cease the work. They will stay at least some time, 3 months, before they'll come back and start the work. And the time they're supposed to work, they will not work. They normally work on the rainy season, which we know this is an advantage for them to work on this road, this dry season. But no, when rain is fall, you will see them up and down that they are doing work. And before they'll start work sometime, start work around 8, 9. 1 hour they'll see. You will not see them again. They will not work again. I've never seen in this road that this engineer in this road I've never seen before. You only see the caterpillar and the rest. But see, this an engineer work on this road I've never seen. But I believe this road cannot be finished. This road cannot finish. If really this country, this company are working, they cannot finish road.
Muna da kauyuka da sun kai 20 a nan, suna so su zo nan da kaya a kasuwa. Ba hanya. Da damina ba mu ji dadin hanyar nan. Da damina masu kauyen nan ba su iya shiga hanyar nan. To abin da ya sa nawa damuwa na kenan a canza wani kamfani da za a yi hanyar nan. Baka ba.
The scandal of the Apo-Karshi Road project blew open in January 2016 when Muhammad Bello, after barely 2 months of his assumption of office as Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, undertook an on-the-spot assessment to the project site. During the visit, Bello discovered that the briefs he received on the project when he resumed duty from officials of the Federal Capital Development Authority, the FCDA, and the then Satellite Towns Development Agency, STDA, who could hardly offer any explanations at the project site, were completely at variance with the true situation of things on the ground at this all-important road.
I'm very happy that I was able to come here this morning to see the very popular Apo-Karshi Road under construction, which everybody has been telling me is going to be the solution to reduce the traffic gridlock on the Nyanya-Mararaba axis. Of course, you have all seen what we have seen. What we just saw is a strip of asphalt from nowhere to nowhere, basically. Because quite frankly, I simply cannot understand how it will take us, that is the FCT administration, the entire engineers in the FCT administration, and a contractor that prides himself to be one of the up-and-coming local contractors, how it will take us 4 good years to construct only 10 kilometers of road. This is absolutely amazing. Before I came in here, I made some inquiries on the contracting firm, and I have received a lot of complaints about this particular company. I understand they are doing about 2 districts, one in the city, another one also, I understand, in one of the districts on the way to the airport. If this is a company that will build 9-point-something kilometers in 4 years, I don't know how they have the capacity to continue all the existing contracts. But it is the policy of this government to enhance local capacity. But definitely, if this is what local capacity means, then we better bring in people from elsewhere to come and do our work for us.
At the Karshi end of the road, which Muhammad Bello only visited in March 2017, more than 1 year after his first inspection of the road project, our investigations had earlier revealed, and we shared the same information on previous editions of this program, that the section of the road that would link it to Karshi town was not included in the contract, and neither has it been awarded for construction. Claims by FCT authorities at that time was, however, that this section of the road was to be handled by another construction company, mentioning the SCC Nigeria, which we found out eventually was not true. And Muhammad Bello confirmed the findings of our investigations during his March 2017 inspection of the project.
I just want to know what is the road. If it is 2 or 3 kilometers, 3 kilometers, it makes sense, especially because it's an ongoing project, so that we can fund them and give priority to that. But if we spend so much money on this portion of the road and this 2 kilometers is not done, the whole effort that everybody has done here for the last 5, 6, 7 years would have been zero. So that I don't want the history. But because I got worried, because if this is the road, I know that the levels here is something that I know there is no way you can have a road here unless you have a bridge or you fill it. But if it's the road behind this hill I've seen, then take me there and let me see.
At the time Bello first visited the road project in January 2016, authorities of the FCT administration claimed that 9.8 kilometers of the 13.125 kilometer road have been constructed. This simply meant that only 3.45 kilometers were yet to be constructed, but till date, this has not happened. Contract for the Apo-Karshi Road project as an addendum to another road project in the neighborhood, talking of the 25.60 kilometer Karshi-Ara Road that has long been abandoned, was officially awarded on December 22, 2010 by the Federal Executive Council under President Goodluck Jonathan, when Bala Muhammad, who is now elected the Bauchi State Governor, was the Minister of the Territory. The 6.3 billion naira contract was awarded to Magrotech Nigeria Limited that eventually changed its name to Kapital Limited by the time the administration was leaving office in May 2015. The claim was that the Apo-Karshi Road project had reached 65% completion, even without the link road from Wasa Junction to Apo and the connection to Karshi town included in the contract or awarded on their merits. And for close to 10 years, the contractor has been struggling with the road project, and this much he admitted in January 2016.
When we came into this project, it was deep gullies that we did not, we bidded for Karshi Road. We did not bid for this road. We were given as an addendum, and we saw big gullies which we did not negotiate for. We are trying our best. One of the hills down there is about 500 meters. No, 50 meters up, and we had to cut it down without complaint. We did not negotiate for that. We did not negotiate for some of the rocks that we are cutting.
On a visit to Bayelsa State, South Nigeria, we came across another road project handled by the same Kapital Limited as an emergency intervention and improvement of bridge and spur from Yenegwe-Kolo Nembe Road across Kolo Creek at Kolo Town in Ogbea local government area. Until we left Kolo Town, nobody was willing to speak about the project on camera. But all those who interacted with us, including shop owners, expressed disappointment that the job that was said to have been done never really served the purpose for which the project was awarded. Like the Apo-Karshi Road project in the Federal Capital Territory, the Yenegwe-Kolo Nembe Road across Kolo Creek in Bayelsa State also possibly leads to nowhere. We wrote again to the contractor after several years for him to explain what really happens with the road contracts that he is awarded to execute, but to date he has not responded to our requests. However, for the Apo-Karshi Road project that had no engineering design from the onset, the contractor seems to have capitalized on this loophole in the contract and, most importantly, the failure to closely supervise his job by officials of the Federal Capital Development Authority, the FCDA, to attempt to deliver just any type of road whenever he supposedly completes work on the project that public funds amounting to 6.3 billion naira are being spent. You don't need to be an engineer to know that the infrastructure needed at this section of the road that will connect the foot of the hill to the mainland over a stream here should be a bridge. But what we are seeing going on is a contractor constructing a small cell culvert that will be buried under the sand. This is the space and water channel usually covered by the stream at the peak of the rainy season. It was obviously blocked during the last dry season, with work not even completed on the one cell culvert that was still under construction during our visit in the third week of May 2019. The sheer load that the culvert that is being extended will carry is enormous, pointing to a potential danger of the road not surviving the stream whenever it is completed. It has been observed that till date, the contractor Kapital Limited does not have any project office on site anywhere along the 13.125 kilometer stretch of the road, and neither does the client, which was the FCT Satellite Towns Development Agency, the STDA, and now the Federal Capital Development Authority, the FCDA, from where its engineers will monitor the construction work being done by the contractor. Like the contractor, we have requested the offices of the FCT Minister and that of the Executive Secretary of the FCDA. now occupied by engineer Usman Gambo Jibrin, to speak on the Apo-Karshi Road and several other projects across the territory. But for obvious reasons, these were not obliged. In November 2017, Engineer Jibrin, at what was supposed to be the rolling out of the scorecard of the second year anniversary of Muhammad Bello as FCT Minister, was unexpectedly called upon to address the issues we raised during the question and answer session about the Apo-Karshi Road project, when his principal would rather not directly speak about the project.
Starting with the answer on the Karshi Apo Road.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, sir. If you recall, when I was mentioning the items of work that we've been able to accomplish, I mentioned that the Honorable Minister is about flagging up the construction of the two outer lanes of the outer southern expressway from Ring Road 1 around the Gudu Cemetery up to beyond Apo to Wasa. That's the confluence of where the Karshi Apo, as it were, road comes on. So with the realization of this expressway, the intention is for the linkage from Karshi to Apo and to the city as an alternative route. The contractor working on the Karshi Apo, which is Wasa in this context, has just resumed work to finish the portion that is still outstanding somewhere close to Wasa. So we are assiduously working to make sure that he accomplishes that, so that the complementing express that will bring you into the city within Apo and to the Garki and Gudu area would certainly be accomplished within the next year, all things being equal.
The December 2018 eventually came and went by, and we returned to the project site, talking of the road, after about 6 months, and what we saw was at least different from what has been the story for several years. Today, the link road to Apo in Gudu District has eventually been constructed, though only a section of one of the two outer lanes planned for the outer southern expressway from the 15-kilometer Ring Road 1 has been completed from somewhere after Apo Mechanic Village to the Wasa Junction, with the contractor still seen working on major culverts that would expectedly carry possibly the second outer lane of the expressway. Contract for this section of the road was reportedly approved by the Federal Executive Council at its meeting of December 22, 2017, to the tune of 3.8 billion naira. From the Gudu Cemetery, however, construction has been at a very slow pace for several years now, with work at the stage of the base of the road that would take motorists up to the new flyover, and a new bridge is being constructed by the electricity substation for the expansion of the road that remains one of the busiest in the city due to the growing population along Apo in Gudu District, the Gadua and Lokogoma districts, amongst others. Though the December 2018 timeline to deliver the two outer lanes of the outer southern expressway from the 15-kilometer Ring Road 1 was not met, the major challenge of the Apo-Karshi Road remains the 3.45 kilometers that Kakatase Limited has been unable to construct after almost 10 years of being awarded a contract for the project. And it appears the FCT authorities may have given up entirely on the project with the lack of political will to also do the needful.
The main work, which is being handled by Kapital, is still work in progress, and that is being provided by our sister department of Satellite Town Development Department. But then it is FCT, and they are working on it, and it's just because of the technicality of the work. It's a heavy, what do you call it, hill or yes, and for you to cut down at a location where cutting down to bring the level of the road not less than 20-25 meters. I don't know whether if you know the headroom here is just 3 meters. 20 meters we are saying about how many floors? 16 to 17-story building. That is the massive rock cutting that you have to do to bring the road to a design level, and they are still working.
For many, the Apo-Karshi Road has become synonymous with this program, Straight Talk, due to our extensive coverage of the project since 2016. The second-term inauguration of President Muhammad Buhari is an opportunity for a fresh start for the administration. So whoever is appointed the FCT minister will definitely inherit the Apo-Karshi Road project along with several others across the territory. Our job on this program is to hold the government accountable to the people, and we shall continue to do that even with the Apo-Karshi Road until the project is successfully completed and put to use by the people of the territory and indeed Nigeria. That's Straight Talk. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel to watch the program at your convenience. We say a big thank you to our partners, Media Dimensions, the Media Services Resource Center, for their support. I am TV. Thanks a lot to you for watching. Goodbye from Abuja.